The first time I left home, I went down to Texas on a Greyhound bus with my sister, and we were going to go to Mexico. And we went down and we went to Berlitz, and we took a 6 weeks course in speaking Spanish. So we get on the bus, Greyhound bus, and the first big stop was Oklahoma. So we get off the bus and we go into the bus station, and we were thirsty, so we went up to the fountain. It said colored, and I turned it on. I said, look, it's not colored, it's, clear. And we were drinking this water, and looking at the sign, and this guy came from behind the counter, and he came over. He said, you're not supposed to drink out of there. And we said, why? I said, it said colored, but it's not colored. And he looked at us like, He said, these are for the colored people. They didn't call them black. These are for the colored people, and only the colored people can drink here. I said, that's terrible. Where are we going to drink? It was like we were being prejudiced. He said, there's another fountain over there. Well, see, this was the first one we saw when we walked in. So he said, there's another fountain over there. So we had about, I think, a half-hour stop. So we're wandering around, and here there was a restaurant in there with a curtain over it. So we walk in the restaurant, and they stopped us, and they said, you can't come in here. They said, for the black people. And here they were eating all this food that smelled so good, fried chicken and what have you, and we couldn't eat it. And there was not a restaurant for the white people, just for the black people. So we thought, that's terrible, this prejudice against the white people. So then we go to San Antonio, and we figured the best way to see the city is to get on the city bus and ride around. So we get on the bus, and we go to the back of the bus, and we sit there. And the driver came back, and he said, what are you ladies doing? We said, well, we're tourists, and we want to see the town, so we thought we would just wait until you make your whole circuit. He said, you can't sit here. We said, well, we already paid. We put the money in. He said, you can't sit back here. And why can't we sit back here? We don't want to sit up there because we're going to ride. We argued with him, and he finally said to us, this is for the black people. And that was my first exposure to the racists. Yeah. God, we thought that was terrible.